Hello, lovely people. Today's look, it's a very colorful and fun one. I'll be showing you how to get this, let's call this look sunset cut crease. I just decided that I wanted to do something for those of you who are more brave and daring, but even if you're somebody who prefers the more toned down, everyday looks, the process of creating this look is so much fun, so I recommend you go grab some colorful eyeshadows and let's play with some makeup. Let's go! Guys, the weather outside is awful. It's so foggy, I can barely see outside of my balcony. It's bad and I hate it so much. It's so humid and everything is so gray. It just puts me in an awful mood. I don't like that. And that's why today I decided to treat myself with some happiness on my eyelids. I decided to create my own happiness by creating something colorful and happy. And yeah, that weather outside, it's a no. I don't like this type of weather. When you're working with so colorful eyeshadows, you want to make sure that your eyelids are really well primed. And in order to make the colors really vibrant, you want to use a very light base. White works great with colorful eyeshadows. If you can prime your eyelids with something white, let's say with white pencil or some kind of a white base, anything, that will be the best. In my case, I'm gonna use a very light shade of concealer. I got this NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light 1. And I'm using this only for priming my eyes when I'm creating colorful looks like this one that I'm gonna do today. It's very similar to the MAC, how was it called? Paint Pot. It's very similar. I'm gonna take it on a brush like this one and I'm gonna apply it all over my eyelids. Then I'm taking my Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. As you can tell, it's translucent, it's colorless, so I'll use that to set that concealer on my eyelids. Okay, now I'm taking my Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I always say how much I like this palette, and I honestly do. I think that it's amazing because it's really well thought. They not only included all of those really fun colorful shades, but they also put something more toned down that you can use for more like neutral looks. Like these brown shades here, we have something more bronzy. It's a really nice palette. If you like playing with some colors and creating more colorful and fun looks on your eyelids, you will love this, but you can also use it for something more everyday-ish, you know? I'll start off using this yellow shade here. Ooh. I'll start off by pressing that in my crease. Okay, just really building up the color. And now I'm switching to the Morphe M506 and I'll use it to diffuse that yellow color. Yeah, you can be as sloppy as you want with that yellow shade. It doesn't need to be perfect. The only thing that you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to bring it on your brow bone. You just want to fade it from the crease, you know, towards the brow. Now with the same brush, again, this is the Morphe M506 sorry. It's the M507. I think that this is a wonderful brush for more detailed blending. I have two of these and I'm constantly using them. I'm getting a little bit tired of all the time washing them, but hey, they're doing an amazing job. So, oh, I hit the microphone. I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna take the shade called Wifey. Just gonna take it on the tip of that brush. This is a beautiful pink color, so I'm gonna smudge that again in my crease. And I'll try not to cover the yellow color. Okay, extending it here, starting to create that crease shape. Blending, blending, blending. I'm using very small circular motions. It really helps with the blending. To get this to look like this, I'm just gonna take some of these shade right here in the corner. I will blend that in the border between that pink eyeshadow and the yellow one. It will help me blend them together and create that nice transition. Now that I've laid all of my transitioning colors, I can start defining that cut crease. So On an angled brush, I'm taking the shade called Wasted, very vibrant purple color, and I will outline the shape of the cut crease. And again, feel free to not be precise with this. You want to build up that purple color in your crease, you want to outline the shape of your crease, but don't be like, oh, this needs to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect, at least at this point. We're gonna clean up the eyelid area, so feel free to be as messy as you want. What you don't want to do is you don't want to bring that purple shade over the orange, you know, the yellow colors. You want them to be visible. And also something very, very important, like very important, take notes. You don't want to cut your crease where your actual crease is. That doesn't make sense at all. When you're creating cut crease, you want to cut your crease higher than your actual crease. When you look straight to a mirror and you have your eyes open, I mean, you obviously need to have your eyes open to see yourself, but when you have your eyes open, you want to be able to see that line of the cut crease, okay? You don't want it to be folding in your crease and, you know, hiding there. You want it to be visible when you have your eyes open. This is one more really tiny precise blending brush by Morphe. It's the Y22. Really adorable brush. I'm gonna take some of this shade. I'm actually gonna mix it with this one. So I'm mixing these two. And using the tiniest circle motions possible, I will diffuse that purple shade into the rest of the colors. Adding one more layer of that purple shade just to bring back some of the intensity, and then I'm blending out again. On to the most fun moment of creating this look. Actually cutting that crease, because for now we've been just playing. It's time to get to the serious stuff. I'm grabbing just a regular baby wipe. You can use a makeup wipe, a Q-tip with some makeup remover on it, just anything that you have, and I will get rid of the excess eyeshadows on my eyelid, okay, and kind of cutting that crease there really roughly, not being precise at all. And then once I have that excess product out, I'm talking about the eyeshadows and some of that concealer that I applied at the beginning on my eyelid area is nice and clean now. I'm gonna take some of my concealer. I'm using again that NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and with a sharp flat brush, I will make a nice crisp line there. Again, keep in mind that you want to have that line which is cutting the crease a little bit higher than your actual crease. With this part, you want to be precise. You want to make that line as crisp as possible, as sharp and neat as possible. So do your best. Next up, I'm taking a flat brush and I'm going to spray it with some makeup spray just to make it nice and damp. You can also, quick trick, if you don't have a makeup spray, just take a baby wipe and rub that brush to the baby wipe. That will make it nice and damp and you can move on with the next step. So I'm gonna dip my brush in this loose highlighter by Kylie Cosmetics, and this is going all over my eyelid. I'm pressing it to my skin. I'm not like rubbing it or dragging it, you know, just pressing, like stamping it. Now that my eyelids are bright and shining, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some winged eyeliner. I'm using the Stila Stay All Night liquid eyeliner. Check out how fluffy these lashes are. Absolutely gorgeous. I've had them for a while. I've never used them before because I was keeping them for an intense look like this one. They're from the brand Iconica and the style is called Queen Bee. Ooh, and these are so curled, I can actually feel them touching my skin here. Ooh, that's what I call dramatic lashes. I like my lashes to be really fluffy and layered. Like, I like the hairs of the lashes to be layered in more like a 3D kind of style. yeah, instead of tightlining my waterline with the usual black pencil, I decided that it's gonna be a little bit more fun if I use a purple one instead. And not a really intense purple one. I have this one here by The Balm. It's their Mr. Right eyeliner pencil, and it's a very deep mauve color. Going back to that Stacey Marie Carnival palette, I will... hold on, I need to find the brush. I'll take some of this pink shade that I also used on my eyelids, and I'll smudge it along my lower lashes. Also adding some of that yellow shade. See, I'm kind of recreating the colors of the cut crease along my lower lashes. That's gonna make the look more completed, and you know, it's gonna put everything together. And lastly, highlighting my tear duct with that Kylie Cosmetics highlighter that I also used all over my eyelid. Instead of this Kylie highlighter, you can also use a pressed one. The over highlighters are very intense, so I recommend you trying them out. But I decided to use this one today because it's very intense. It's as intense as the over highlighters. I mean, they're equally blinding. But I also like that it's really easy to use because it's like a loose shimmering powder. Alright, I'm gonna finish up this look by lining my lips with the Yayy lip liner. In the shade, what's the shade? Nude. And on top of it, I'm gonna go with this lipstick by Ofra in the shade Sao Paulo. Hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I don't usually go with that intense lower lash line. It's something that I'm always afraid to do because I don't know, I feel like I can really easily mess it up and overdo the lower lash line situation, which will make me look tired. But yeah, I absolutely love how it came out, and to be honest with you, I'm always afraid going a little bit more wild on my lower lash line, but every time that I tried, I'm loving it. I don't know how that's happening, but it does. Anyways, I'm just getting into some random topics now, talking about my lower lash line. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do it now. Hit that red subscribe button, and also don't forget to press the bell button next to it, because that way you're going to be notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. All of the links, as always, are down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!